Today's excursion takes us to the Asti area in Piedmont region, northern Italy, in a territory dotted with many small villages that have left us many testimonies, starting from the Roman period, but especially from the medieval era. To catch a manor, a castle, a crenellated tower, simply gaze at one of the many hills that surround this area of Monferrato, between vineyards and cultivated fields. The origin of the village of Monale di Asti, which we visit today, is uncertain, perhaps Lombard, or more likely Frankish-Alemannic. The history of Monale is closely linked to the struggles between Guelphs and Ghibellines in the 13th and 14th centuries. The descendants of Uberto di Monale allied themselves with the Ghibelline camp, led by the de Castello group, which included some of the noble families of Asti. The presence in the village of two castles on the same site is due precisely to these events, which involved the entire Asti territory. The bastita was precisely the fortified structure that was supposed to prevent new rebellions by the Ghibellines, who in the first phase had the upper hand on the Guelph side. The Guelph reconquest led to the destruction of the castle, and the bastita thus became an important military outpost. At the same time, as evidenced by the few documentary sources, the Asinari became lords of Monale, aligned in the dispute in favor of the Solaro who, together with their Guelph allies, took possession of the fief. The end of the 1300s saw the rise of the Asti Skarampi family, which acquired the fief and its belongings from the legitimate heirs, and also provided for the reconstruction of the previous castle. Monale thus finds itself with two castles, one called Skarampi Castle and the other is the Bastita. The climb to Skarampi Castle is in itself a pleasant immersion in the history of this village. Located a few tens of meters from the Bastita, it is preceded by the parish church of Santa Caterina di Egitto. Antiquely, the church was inserted into the pre-existing wall structure and was the castle's chapel. Proof of this, skeletons of the ancestors of the castle lords were found under the floor. The entire area in front of Santa Caterina Church is a place where the satisfaction of sight is combined with a sense of peace and harmony, perhaps in spite of the cruel events that this village witnessed in the medieval period. The gaze extends both towards the roofs of the village and towards the Bastita, then to get lost far away, in the hills that frame this corner of Monferrato. The Skarampi Castle stands on the site, or at least in the immediate vicinity, of the original structure recorded in documents dating back to 1161. We are on top of the Bricco di San Giovanni hill, and as previously mentioned, the castle, along with the Monale fiefdom, followed the complex and alternating historical events of the area. The reconstruction appears to be due to the Skarampi family, who, owning a significant part, decided to rebuild it. In 1796, at the suppression of the feudal system, the Skarampi family remained owners of the castle. Currently, the property belongs to the Goni family, as the last heirs of the Skarampi family. From an architectural point of view, the castle has a compact structure, made of bricks and has a U-shaped layout. There is also a 17th century enclosed garden, obtained by leveling a part of the hill. The saw-toothed frieze, which runs under the merlons along the south and east facades, is still clearly visible and constitutes a characteristic feature of this and other structures in the area. Inside, there are cellars, basements, and 18th and 19th century paintings. Our visit to the village of Monale ends here, and we hope we have intrigued you. We remind you that the Monferrato area is part of the UNESCO heritage, like the Lang and Roero. Thank you for watching this video, and if you wish, subscribe to the channel to get to know many other small villages and beautiful corners of Italy.